Here we are in February 2022, and we're on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and we're on our way to Pea Island National Wildlife Refuge. And there in the distance, we see the bridge. And I guess we're going to call it an island because it's separated from the mainland by water. So here, access is going to be over the bridge. Now this is quite an impressive bridge, an impressive roadway, and one of the characteristics of the Outer Banks is this sand has a tendency to shift and be blown around. So obviously regularly they're going to have to clear the sand from the roadway. That's one of the things about the Outer Banks. There occasionally the ocean comes across from one side to the other. And there you see how the structures are designed. They're always elevated well above the ground. So here it is. And the wildlife, well, this is February. It's kind of cold. It's coming in probably about 45, 50 degrees. And that water's not much warmer. Good and cool. Certainly don't see anybody swimming in it, and I don't see any birds either. But here we go. The wind is rather fierce, and it is an impressive beach. It's a large beach, certainly relatively shallow as we go out into the sand. Beautiful area. There we see the action of the surf, the water. They're working on the sand and the wind. So it never looks the same day to day. Always a little different. And of course, obviously, anything walking in the sand is going to leave its signature. So here we go. And we're actually looking to the other side. So we were looking to the Atlantic Ocean on one side, and here we're looking there into the, shall I call it a gulf or wetlands on the other side. It's certainly salt water and open to the ocean. Now, to make it more comfortable to walk along, they have these nice walkways, and there we see a local residence. In fact, there I said there weren't any birds. Well, hey, they're hanging out on the calm side. So here we see a series of birds. They're local residents of the Outer Banks. This is the wildlife of the Wildlife Refuge. Now, it is true, North Carolina is pretty far south, so maybe some of these birds kind of consider this south for the winter, so they stay here. And here we have a description of the various types of waterfowl, and we can see that the mallard ducks are somewhat of a popular. Oh, well, you can get an idea of the temperature. That's right, you need every bit of that clothing. And that wind is fierce. Quite gorgeous to look out over the wetlands, see the sun in the distance, blue sky. And of course, the only sound that you hear around you is the sound of the wind. Completely silent, just wind noise. Now, you can see this is what the shrubbery and the trees look like here, beat by the wind and the cold weather.